Did you know that there are birds that can mimic human speech? The coolest thing is that even some wild birds that we see every day outside have the ability to say words and string together sentences. Stick around and we'll cover 15 of them right here. First, what is mimicry? Well, it's the ability of certain birds to imitate the various sounds they hear in their environment, such as the songs of other birds, as well as multiple noises, even human speech. This remarkable skill allows them to communicate, establish territory, and find mates. So first up is the African gray. One of the most famous talkers among birds is the African gray parrot. These intelligent birds have a unique ability to reproduce human language, often associated with their high cognitive skills and have a large vocabulary. African grays are known for mimicking speech and understanding the meaning behind the words they learn. With consistent training, you can get your African gray to say a whole host of phrases. How do they do this? Well, they have advanced brain structure. African greys have highly developed brains, particularly in vocal learning and sound association, making them one of the best talkers. Their brain structure allows them to understand and imitate complex sounds and sequences, essential for accurately mimicking human speech patterns and inflections. They are one of the birds that can talk and are well known for their longer phrases. Plus, they have a vocal tract adaptation. Like other parrots, African greys have a versatile and muscular vocal tract, including a well-adapted syrinx, which they can manipulate to produce a wide range of sounds. This physical trait allows them to control airflow and vibration to mimic human speech and various environmental sounds with remarkable clarity. Now, let's talk about Australian magpies. The Australian magpies are known for their complex vocal abilities and can mimic human speech, among other sounds. These extremely intelligent birds engage in sophisticated vocalizations, from melodious calls to impressive imitations of human words and sequences from their surroundings. Additionally, they'll begin barking and meowing if they live near dogs and cats. So they also have a diverse vocal mimicry. Australian magpies have a broad vocal range and are skilled mimics capable of imitating various sounds from other animal calls to mechanical noises and human speech. This ability reflects their social and inquisitive nature as they often integrate these mimic sounds into their complex and musical vocalizations. Next, let's talk about budgies. These small birds, commonly known as budgies or parakeets, are colorful birds that are quite the chatterboxes. Their vocalizations include various whistles, chirps, but they can also learn to mimic human speech. While their words may not be as clear as those of African greys, there are some budgies that have set the world record on the most words they can say. They have a neuroplasticity of learning. Budgies show a high level of neuroplasticity, meaning their brains can form new connections very quickly, facilitating the learning and reproduction of new sounds. They possess an acute ability to listen and memorize human speech sounds, then replicate these sounds by practicing and adjusting their vocalizations until they match what they've heard. Their vocal organ is exceptionally well developed, allowing them to produce a wide range of unique frequencies and modulate their pitch and tone. They can finely control the muscles around the syrinx to alter the shape and tension of the membranes, precisely mimicking the rhythm and melody of human speech. This control is crucial for reproducing the complex sounds of human language. Next up, let's talk about a wild bird, catbirds. Both the gray catbird and the black catbird are known for their vocal mimicry, often incorporating sounds from their environment into their songs. Like many mimicking birds, gray catbirds are vocal learners, meaning they can acquire new sounds throughout their lives by listening to their surroundings. They have a learning period when they're young, during which the fledglings listen to the parents and other birds, but they continue to pick up new sounds even as adults. Their song is a long, rambling series of notes and phrases, with each individual having a unique repertoire. They weave in mimic sounds from other birds, animals, and even mechanical noises they hear in the environment. Some sounds can include the songs of different bird species, alarm calls, and other notable sounds. The syrinx and vocal cords in birds is entirely developed in catbirds, allowing them a wide range of pitches and tonal variations. When mimicking, they repeat the imitated sound several times before moving on to another sound or returning to their typical mewing notes. Now, let's talk about hill mynas. The myna birds are renowned for their incredible ability to mimic various sounds and are among the top birds that can talk. Furthermore, hill miners can produce some of the most accurate imitations of human speech among all birds. Their vocal strength and clarity enable them to reproduce a wide range of complex sounds very accurately. Their mimicry is so articulate that they can often be mistaken for a human speaker. Next, let's talk about the Amazon parrots. This diverse group of parrots inhabits Central and South America, and they share the ability to mimic human speech. Amazon parrots can learn to say several words and phrases, making them popular pets among bird lovers because they do live a long time, require a lot of attention, and are pretty noisy. Due to this fact, there are always Amazons available from rescue groups. So, Amazon parrots also have a diverse vocal range and clarity. They are celebrated for their strikingly clear and melodious vocal abilities, enabling them to mimic human speech with remarkable clarity. They can learn an extensive vocabulary and even use words contextually, often surprising the people who live with them with spontaneous phrases reflective of their moods and desires, just kind of like African greys. Next up, let's talk about the Eclectus parrots. Eclectus parrots are known for their bright plumage, vivid greens in males and deep reds and purples in females. They also possess a remarkable ability to mimic human speech. And just like the other parrots on our list, they can capture the tone and inflections of the people who live with them with surprising accuracy. So, Eclectus parrots have a specialized syrinx structure. They have a well-developed and complex syrinx. The bird's vocal organ allows for a wide range of sounds and ability to mimic human speech. Their syrinx has multiple pairs of muscles that can produce varied and intricate sounds, enabling them to reproduce tones and inflections of human language with ease. Their relatively large body size contributes to a more profound and loud, good quality compared to smaller birds. Now, how about the wild birds, European starlings? Most people don't know that these European starlings we see all over the place can talk. Starlings are proficient mimics, and their ability to mimic human speech is rooted in their flexible vocal apparatus and a brain structure keen on learning and repetition. Unlike parrots, which mimic by modifying the airflow across the syrinx, the bird's vocal organ, starlings produce sounds by oscillating the muscles and membranes in their syrinx, allowing for a wide range of tones and frequencies. These birds have acute hearing and can pick up and replicate sounds from the environment, including human speech, car alarms, and other birds' calls. What sets starlings apart is their method of learning. They often learn in social contexts, picking up new sounds from their surroundings and incorporating them into the vocal repertoire. They repeat these sounds until they've mastered them, often practicing in short bursts known as song bouts. Their mimicry is not just about imitation, but also a form of social adaptation used to communicate with mates, deter rivals, or even integrate into mixed species flocks. So, European starlings are exceptional mimics with the ability to imitate a wide array of sounds from other bird species and mechanical noises and human speech. Their vocalizations are highly varied and can include whistles, warbles, clicks, and complex sequences, often incorporating elements of the songs they hear around them into the natural and urban environments. Starlings produce structured song that consists of various phrases, often repeating each vocalization several times before moving on to the next. Within these phrases is where the mimicry occurs, with each individual developing its unique sequence of sounds and mimic noises. This structure serves as a means of communication with other starlings, particularly during the breeding season. How about the hyacinth macaw? This is one of the largest talking parrot species. They're known for their striking cobalt blue plumage and bright yellow eye rings. Hyacinth macaws can reach up to about 40 inches or 100 centimeters from the beak to the end of the tail, making them one of the larger parrot species in the world. While less proficient in mimicry than some of the smaller parrot species, macaws can learn and repeat various words and short phrases. Their vocalizations in captivity is where they shine, mimicking human speech. Hyacinth macaws have a wide range of natural vocalizations, including very loud calls and squawks that can be heard over long distances, which are essential for communication within the species, especially in their native habits. These sounds are characteristically deep and resonant, reflecting their large size, and are used for signaling their presence, indicating distress, maintaining contact with other macaws. Now let's talk about the Indian ringnecks. Ringneck parrots boast delightfully whimsical, high-pitched vocalizations that stand out among companion birds. They usually begin to mimic speech around 8 months to 1 year of age. Additionally, they're rapid learners, mainly when their human companions dedicate daily time to converse, read books around them, and talk to them. Ringneck parrots typically develop their talking abilities at a young age. They're definitely recognized for their eagerness to learn and can rapidly acquire a diverse vocabulary, especially with consistent and encouraging interaction. The lyrebirds. The lyrebirds is an extraordinary Australian ground-dwelling bird renowned for its unparalleled ability to mimic natural and artificial sounds from the environment, including human speech. They have elaborate tail feathers when fanned and complex melodious vocal performances. This bird is not only a master impersonator, but also one of nature's most spectacular and intriguing avian species. Here's how lyrebirds do it. They have exceptional auditory learning and memory. These birds can accurately listen to and memorize sounds from their environment, including human speech. They're highly observant and can recall and reproduce intricate sounds after just a few hearings, indicating high auditory learning and memory retention. They do have a sophisticated vocal organ control. The lyrebird's syrinx is extraordinarily complex and allows a broad range of vocalizations. They can produce multiple sounds simultaneously and have fine control over their vocal tract, enabling them to mimic the tone, pitch, and rhythm of human speech and various other environmental sounds with astonishing accuracy. What about the northern mockingbird? Northern mockingbirds are not typically considered pets, unlike other birds mentioned above. However, these wild birds have an impressive array of sounds, including other bird songs, insects, and even car alarms. While they're not commonly known to mimic human speech, they do begin to pick up various words if they hang around humans. As you discover more about mimicry, remember that training or encouraging a bird to mimic human speech might not be natural for the species. However, with patience and positive reinforcement, some birds can develop an astonishing ability to reproduce our language. In the wild, a single mockingbird may have an array of over 200 songs and sounds, which they continually expand throughout their lives by listening to and replicating all the sounds in their environment. How about Quaker parrots or monk parrots? Quaker parrots, with their vibrant green plumage and chatty demeanor, have formed a notable colony in Brooklyn's Greenwood Cemetery, adding an unexpected splash of color and sound to the solemn historic grounds. These resourceful birds are known for their large, intricate nests. They've adapted surprisingly well to urban environments in the north, creating a unique ecological niche among the headstones and trees of this famous New York landmark. Quaker parakeets are known for their excellent mimicry skills, and they're capable of learning an extensive vocabulary and even forming phrases and sentences. They are particularly adept at mimicking human speech patterns and intonations, and often use these words intricately with their human companions. As highly social birds, Quaker parrots often develop their vocal abilities in response to their environment and interactions with others, including human families. Now let's talk about the raven. Ravens can mimic human speech, though parrots are more commonly known for this ability. Many documentaries have shown us how ravens exhibit remarkable cognitive abilities comparable to great apes, dolphins, including problem solving, planning for future events, and engaging in complex social dynamics. Furthermore, these abilities are underscored by their sophisticated use of gestures and auditory mimicry. Here's how they fare in terms of talking and vocal qualities. Ravens are brilliant birds and part of the corvid family, known for their problem-solving skills and complex social behaviors. This intelligence extends their vocal abilities. With a well-developed syrinx, ravens can mimic various sounds, including human speech, animal sounds, and even mechanical noises. They learn to talk by listening to sounds around them and practicing mimicry,
Hey,
although their
Hal!
talking abilities might not be as refined or extensive as those of
Hi.
some parrot species.
Hi.
A
Hey,
raven's
Hal!
voice, when mimicking human speech, is often described as a deep, raspy, or guttural
Oh,
sound. Their
no,
natural
no.
calls include an
Hi,
array of
Fireball.
sounds from
Hi,
low
Fireball.
gurgling croaks to high-pitched cries, When they mimic human speech, the tone can retain that
No,
deep, resonant quality,
no, no,
making their mimicry
no, no.
distinctively different from the
Hi,
more
Pharaoh.
melodic mimicry of
Hi,
parrots.
Pharaoh.
Ravens don't typically produce the same level of clear, articulate speech that you might hear from a parrot. However, their attempts at mimicry are still quite impressive, given their vocal range and complex sounds. Drop us a line in the comments if you know about any
Wala.
other birds that can mimic human speech. We'd love to learn about them. Drop us a line in the
That's
comments
a
if you
nut.
know about any
That's an
other birds that
almond.
can mimic human speech that are not featured here. We'd love to hear about your type of bird that can mimic human speech.